All right, welcome back. Let's talk about divorce Nelly. Internet erupts over what he did. Speaking of breast milk or diapers and things like that. Let's watch this short video and then we'll take it from there. There's a video here. There's a video here on okay, let's Ashanti. You know Ashanti. Ashanti is the singer who recently got back with our ex-boo from a long time ago, Nelly. They are now married and they have a child together. So they have a show somewhere. I saw my wife watching the show the other day. I saw like a couple of clips. Oh, interesting. Gone now those days. I don't have time to sit with reality TV show. I'll be watching it anymore. But I saw them in passing. But I saw this 3 minutes clip somewhere. So let's listen to it. Let's have it.
Get up. That means get up. It's your turn to change him.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper.
What? What you mean?
Nelly doesn't want to be on diaper duty. The topic came up on his and wife Ashanti's Peacock reality show, Nelly and
He doesn't want to change diapers. That's all he said. Wait, what did the man do? Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, a multi-millionaire doesn't want to change diaper. What's the confusion here? Maybe there's something we don't know. But the internet baby feminist wants her to divorce Nelly now. Okay, that's what's going on. That's what we're talking about.
That means get up. It's your turn to change him.
Get up, 50-50 is your time to change. By the way, she's a 40-something-year-old woman playing baby feminist here. But she probably is just joking. But the internet streets, baby feminists, they don't know the difference between jokes and banters. So let's just go with it. Okay? She said, get up.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had. Before you kicked me under the table, I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper.
I just ain't changing no diapers. Baby, I'll give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper. Baby feminists say, what? What? What did you say? How are we gonna survive this marriage if you're not changing diapers?
Halfway.
Nelly doesn't want to be on diaper duty. The topic came up on his and wife
Jesus Christ, speaking of breast milk.
Ashanti's Peacock reality show, Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, as the couple talked about Nelly leaving on tour just weeks after they welcomed their son.
That's a long time.
No, it is. It is.
It's a long time.
Back and forth periodically.
Back and forth.
3 weeks here.
3 weeks here, there. They're working, they're out there on tour, they're working. Multi-millionaires, both of them are multi-millionaires in their own right. But the double standard, right? Double standard. Why can't she also have 3 weeks there and that and that and that?
2 months.
I'm split about his tour. My first response is I'm super happy for him for putting it together. The wife and mommy side of me is like,
the wife on mommy's side of me was like, why? We're equal. What do you need? There's no mommy, there's no wife on mommy's side. Kill I mean. But let me come to the chat. I want to know what you guys are thinking thus far. We're getting to the nuance of these types of stories on the internet. Finally. Anyway. Mara says she's known him for 2 decades. Plus, they're cross. They must have money. Wait. They must have money issues. That woman performed till she birthed and now is back again. Now reality TV show. No, maybe they have to keep paying the bills. The bills are much larger than us regular people, right? If your bills in the month is less than $10,000 a month, you can't relate with them. People like them, they have bills of $100,000 a month, right? So they have to keep the money coming in. Because the lifestyle keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you know. So they don't necessarily, doesn't mean they're broke. They could be broke though. They should keep us out of their dysfunction. That is the definition of money issues. That they have to keep working. At what age? No, they have to keep working. No, I beg. They have to keep working. Oh, please. She probably does not change any diapers either. Go figure, right? They have enough money to hire an army of nannies. The baby feminists don't want to hear that. They said divorce him now. Let's see if we hear more.
Let me call Live Nation because I don't like this at all. Now, the wife side of me and mommy side of me is a little sad. You know, daddy's gonna be gone for a long time.
Oh.
Ashanti then explains how it'll be a lot to take
Yeah, let's not forget, she said the wife's side and the mommy side. She didn't just say the mommy side. She said the wife's side and the mommy side. Husband is going to be long gone for a little while, traveling around, bringing in money, touring around the world, right?
care of a baby while he's away, but Nelly quickly chimed in to remind her that he'd already said he isn't available to help until the infant can walk and talk.
I think it'll be fine.
It's just the baby. It's a lot.
Well, listen, it's all you. I ain't gonna even lie. You know, I ain't got nothing for him.
I don't have nothing for him. Translation. I don't have nothing for him. Right? Should I sit with that and start saying, no, I said, man, you should have something for him. Okay, yes. Man should have something for the child. Nurturing, be there at night. Yes, sure. Granted. Okay. And I mean that. But I don't think that's what he was saying. That's all.
Absolutely not. I know.
Until he can say, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Until he can say, I need to use the bathroom. It's going to be a lot in your life.
You know, we have to be politically correct in this internet age streets, social media street. He can't say until he can say. That's incorrect. No, that's politically incorrect, right? We can't say how we feel, how we truly feel, just after banter, because reality TV show does not mean reality. You have to watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth. You can't do what? You can also change some diaper.
But as soon as he started walking, I told him, I said, enjoy. Because as soon as he get to walking and talking, he with the crew.
Back at the restaurant, Ashanti asked
That was them
Nelly
back in the
a
days.
serious question.
I'm trying to understand, how is it that you just sleep through when he starts crying?
Do y'all really be up at night?
Another blunder. Do y'all be really up at night? At that point, she's like, is this nigga serious right now? Did he just ask me that damn question right now? What do you mean? What you mean?
I heard about it.
You know what? It's
He said, I heard about it.
absolutely ridiculous that you'll still be dead sleep and he'll be mad loud.
But I don't even.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. MOP is about to disappoint you. That was me. That was me. Oh, man. The first two only. The first two. So sorry. I didn't know. Remember, I was asleep. Dead man. Sleep. Temporary dead man. Knocked out. The worst part about that is that she didn't know it was okay for her to say, I need help. On a few occasions. But I'll tell you guys the full story someday. If you want to get the story right now, go get this book. It's free. Go download it for free. Getmymarriageback.com or manifestit.com.
I don't even hear y'all, man.
That's ridiculous.
You know, it's a gift, I guess.
Why is that a gift?
I'm blessed with that tune out.
No, that means get up. It's your turn to change him.
I'm gonna take you back to this conversation we had before you kicked me under the table.
I don't think she was finding this conversation funny. The way she's flipping that hair back right there, I'm not sure she was finding it funny. And I don't think an average woman finds it funny either. Use your words, ladies. Use your words.
I said, baby, I give you the world. I just ain't changing no diaper.
Oh my God.
Baby, I'll give you the world. I'll take you around the world in PJs. I'm just not changing no diapers. Okay? I change diapers, by the way, all that time. But you see those one-off events when it was the heightened moment where she really wished for help. If you have one too many of those moments, you go collect. And yes, it can be way too many to collapse your marriage. Just warning you. Probably not for Nelly and this ones, but these are real conversations right now. Okay, and it's something we should pay attention to. Is it the diapers? It's not the diapers. It's other things. It's usually other things, but it does show up as a diaper or conversations about the diaper, and you have to know how to decipher. Is that the word? You have to know how to break that conversation down to its pieces, because if you get stuck on diaper, you'll be arguing with your destiny. You'll be arguing with her that it's not my job to take diapers. What do you mean? You say, oh, she's disrespectful, whereas you missed the conversation all along. There's a good chance that woman is not feeling heard or seen. Okay.
Nelly and Ashanti welcomed their first child together, Kareem Haynes, whom they refer to as KK. And
all right, so what do you guys think? Let me come to the chat. What do you guys think about this? Let me close some of these pages. Nelly and Ashanti. Okay, let's put it right there. I'm finding my way back to. I have too many tabs open. Finding my way back to the tab. Let's see. Close the sky. Okay, all right, good. All right, let me see what you guys think, and then we'll take it from there. Oh, interesting. Let's see. She's known him. Okay, we've covered that. This is the definition of money issues. Okay. Chinye says, what about the change? He changed the word and not give out the word. Nko. There are so many things he can do in the family, and it's marriage minus changing diapers. Let's focus on diapers. Marriott ends the reality TV show too. Listen, they need to bring in the money. It's opportunities. Who is working till baby comes and immediately after? People that can just have a camera rolling and bring in some bag, right? I think that's the thing. Word on the street is that he has gambling and drug problems. Very, very possible. That would be a lot. That would be kind of crazy for Ashanti to get with him in this period. That's crazy. But you know, the internet will start pulling things up too. Shout out to Adebusola. See you, Adebusola. Is allegedly stepping out already. Shout out to Tasha K. I personally don't think it's a broke situation though. In addition to performing, they have businesses that is still generating income. No, I don't think it's a broke stuff. I think it's, hey, money is getting low. Let's keep an eye on the bag. What opportunities are available? I think it can be all that as well. They're not Jay-Z. They're not Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's not worth it for them to do reality TV show. These are billionaires. These guys are just multi-millionaires. And when I say just, I'm saying that relatively speaking, they need to keep bringing money in because their lifestyle is quite expensive. Relatively speaking. Chinye, with their lifestyle, it may not be enough that, to be honest, however, relevance helps to get it. Exactly. So they have to kind of stay on the scene, stay on the, like, for example, the way we just covered them, it has a certain amount of cents it puts in their pocket. Did Nelly really ask that question? I'm about to slap him for that one. I knew it. I knew somebody.
Sorry, yo.
Yeah, I knew it. She's a bird. Is ignorant. Why is the internet feeling bad for her? No, not at all. It's not a freaking joke. Me, when I was married, I definitely asked for help when I need one before someone got up by. You know what I found out later on too? In spite, if you have read my wife's story, she told her full story in the book, Get My Marriage Back. I told my own side of the story lightly too, but they just created solutions for people going through this, right? When we're telling story, we tend to tell the most painful part about the story, right? Inside of this book, you're not gonna find the part where she went to work at 5 a.m. in the morning. I had to babysit 2 boys all the way till 10 a.m. in the morning, and I had no complaint or qualms about it. These are my babies, so there was no problems. And I did that for a couple of years, you know, and I'm talking about fresh baby, 5 months, 4 months old baby, change diapers, feed the baby, wash the baby, all that kind of stuff, right? That you're not going to find that part of the story in the book because, you know, I don't need candy to taking care of my babies, right? But when a woman is telling the story of the highlights of their most painful period, right? That is the stories that will make it into even my book, into the internet. But those are the highlights that are capable of destroying your marriage if they are not addressed. All right. But I'm shedding light on it right now so you can know that on all sides, understanding is key. Understand. When I say understanding, I don't mean when an average Nigerian person says understanding. I mean that in every sense of it, right? Taking the time to say, hey, this person I'm married, did they intend to hurt me? Okay, they overrated intentions. Okay, let me show them how to help me, how to serve me. Let me not make assumptions that they were just pretending to sleep. Maybe he was truly knocked out. Maybe he didn't have, quote unquote, the motherly instinct. Maybe I just have to keep letting people know when I need help. Or maybe this person is just evil and I should leave this marriage right now. It could be too. The responsibility, the onus is still on you. Communicate or leave. You can't get tired of communicating. I've communicated well. No, you can't. You just survivor. Think survivor. Think you don't want to resent this person. Think, hey, 3 years from now, I don't want us to be telling stories that touches the heart. But these are the issues that people are dealing with. And also, they don't know the difference between banter and serious, right? Men need to pay attention. Men need to pay attention beyond the obvious. She should just communicate like an adult. Baba, don't count on it. Don't count on it. Okay? You should pay attention. You should pay attention. If she's acting some type of way or making you feel some type of way, say, babe, what's going on? How can I help? Can I make it easier? Things like that. Check it. Some people call it checking in. Some people say weekly check-in. Some people say check-in every day. Me, I check in very randomly. To the point like I'm okay. But she knows what I mean. Babe, what's up? Good? All right, you good? All right, good. I'm leaving right now. Everything good? I do that. I do it to the point that it can actually be negative. I'm also aware of that because then it starts to come off a little weird. Why are you checking every second? She more complaining. Am I crying? Right? So you have to kind of know who you're married to. A lot of this is assumptions. A lot of these assumptions or resentment. It's not the diapers. It's not that she doesn't want to cook anymore. She might have highlighted that because she's listening to a bunch of baby feminists on the internet, and then she remembered 2 times that yes, there was an argument. Hold on, guys. You guys have no mercies. I've been talking for three hours. But thank you for being here. Right? And she's telling the story from that pain point. It's going to seem like that's her full story, but we know that most of these people, they don't highlight their good times in these relationships. They don't. They're not capable of doing that. That's the power of resentment. Unrealistic expectations, assumptions, resentment, right? And of course, mindset, because whatever you feed your mind becomes who you are. It's only over a period of time, right? So, like all the baby feminists out there, I hope you do the work you need on yourself before you enter marriage, because some of you are going to end up getting married and then start dragging surrogacy with people that are actually dealing with real life problems, and then you go collect in the streets. Shout out to Ife. Straight bullets. All right, so Chia says, no, not at all. It's not a freaking joke. No, it is not a joke. It's easy to banter with. But that thing went viral. That Nelly video went viral because this is not a joke. It's a real point of contention for people. And I do think that women should work more on self-awareness. But men also should pay attention when it comes to their relationship, the underlying relationship. There's no guarantee your marriage will last forever, obviously. So you need to keep paying attention to the underlying relationship. And just because she has motherly instinct doesn't mean she doesn't need help. When she needs help, she might need help more so just showing that you care than you going to the kitchen and washing plates. There are too many men that wash plates and pata and then they say, but I helped her and it didn't work because she still doesn't feel heard and seen. She doesn't feel safe. That's where they get complicated. It gets confusing. But I helped. She said she wanted this, I did it. She said she wanted it, I did it. She said I talk too much, I'm controlling, and I backed off. And now she's complaining about I'm being dismissive. Anyway, Kemi said, in this Nelly and Ashanti scenario, I think this might be for content. However, if the episode wasn't just for content, they both need to have conversations again on both their responsibility. I'm much more concerned about us. The fact that we took this and took this virus, because it's a real thing. It's a real thing that people deal with, right? That's what I'm much more concerned about. I'm much more concerned about extracting the life and relationship lessons from the trendy topic. Adebusola says she doesn't need the word, she needs him. That's a good angle. That's a good lesson for men, actually. She doesn't need the word, she needs him to help with the baby. No, she doesn't need the help with the baby. She needs to feel safe and secure. It will be, you can't just say the diaper. If you help the diaper and you come back tomorrow, I said I helped diaper and she's still complaining, that's usually the case, by the way, then there's a problem. There's a problem. All right, but I agree with you that she doesn't just need the word, she needs him, but not necessarily the baby diaper and not necessarily the baby either. Okay, and this is also true for people that can't afford nannies. The issues are usually not the specific. Why did you put this water here? Why did you not do that? No, you have to listen beyond that, because if you solve that one problem, and especially you notice that she's still complaining, then the issues are deeper than that. Okay, let's see. They are both working, so they both should contribute to taking care of the baby and pay a full-time nanny to avoid I'm going to do deliverance service for all you baby feminists. Kemi, all of una, I'll go do deliverance service for una as time goes on. All right, it is not about the baby, I promise you. I promise you. But as we get through these conversations, you will notice that it's not about the baby. Okay, there are deeper issues here. Did the man say he got married to her so he wouldn't be a baby mama? That's terrible. Did he say that? That's terrible. She knows he didn't change diapers for his other kids. This is content creation. It wouldn't matter. We're still gonna extract lessons. It's normal for a woman to feel resentment because the burden of nurturing is more on the woman in the beginning. This is a good lesson for men. Thank you, Toby and Tribe. This is a good lesson for men. It is normal for a woman to feel resentment. The issue is the resentment. The resentment is not only going to show up when it's baby diaper or a kitchen, or it's going to show up in other areas. So solving for just the baby diaper is not going to help you, brothers. So it's actually you I'm talking to. Okay? Many of you will watch matter and you will get confused. You'll be frustrated, because it was never about the matter. So specific. So if you're that guy, you say, but okay, you're okay, all right, okay, no wonder I'm frustrated. Yes, give me a call. You need help. You need help. Oh, well, in the last 2 weeks, she's been complaining about baby diaper. She happened to have watched Nelly and Ashanti, and then she came on my case, and I didn't even know. And then I saw it, then I was just curious. Then I started digging through. Then I hacked into her phone. Why did you hack into her phone? That's insecurity. No, it is not insecure. I needed to make sure that this woman is not doing something crazy because I was just frustrated. Wait, what? It's insecurity. It's okay to be insecure. You're still confused. So when I got there, I noticed that the last video she watched at that moment was a Nelly and Ashanti video. And yes, she just had a baby. Oh, she just had a baby. Oh. Yeah, but it's not the responsibility of mine, or but in addition to that, I help. But when I help, now she turned around and she now said, it is not help. It is my babies. And we need to now start splitting 50-50. Oh yeah, by the way, I noticed that she has been watching one lady on the internet like that, one auntie on the internet that she has been watching, and I don't know. I mean, the other day I told her that maybe she should stop watching that channel because it's affecting our marriage. But that's controlling behavior. How are you going to control what she's watching? Well, I mean, we're having troubles in our marriage. Well, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. You need to start listening to your lady. What is she trying to say? Okay, she needs help. Okay, let's start from there. Let's start from there. What else? What else is going on? I don't know. I'm just frustrated. Okay. When was the last time you've done any kind of self-improvement work on yourself? What do you mean? I mean, the other day she asked maybe we can see a therapy, but I don't have the money to spend on therapy right now. Oh. You're going to have money to spend on child support soon. Yeah. Am I blaming the guy? No, it's just a very complicated thing. That's the point. There's a lot of nuances that play out here, but we need to identify it as resentment. She's resenting something. It might not be the last event. It might have started long before she even got pregnant. Right? I've told you guys stories of people asking their baby father to be carried by security out of the hospital. Like, I don't want him here. Please carry him out of the hospital. What happened? He started an argument. He didn't start the argument, but an argument started. And it's a new baby, and he just couldn't talk in his ego for a second. He didn't know he was dealing with issues from long before the pregnancies. You fight not flesh, but principalities, powers from high places. Yeah, it's not always the obvious stuff. We need to start paying attention. So a lot of this message, actually, this particular segment is for men for the most part. If you think it's about the specifics, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it. You need to start paying attention and then overcompensate when it comes to your lady, because she will multiply. Whatever she's feeling, vibes, inshallah, all that. Wherever if she receives more grace from you, she will reciprocate with 10 times 10,000 grace. Don't compete with her. Don't go there and be doing baby feminist with her because you want to play equality, because you thought since you woke up 2 hours out of the night last night, she should have been content. No, Baba. It's not the 2 hours. You missed it. Yes, she slept 2 hours. You slept 2 hours. You shared it equally. You're playing 50-50. You are now equal partners and you're still frustrated. This is where your frustration is coming from, because you're a baby feminist. Yes, you too as a man. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I think we have one more very important one. This one is very, very important. Hit like, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. You guys are definitely not going to see me for a couple of days, okay? I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.